Let's put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Heavenly Father, we come to you in this hour, asking for your guidance and protection to our virtual gathering today. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of family, the gift of work, and the gift of friendship. We thank you for this great opportunity to bring us together in this session as brothers and sisters. Bless the community, the facilitator, and the attendees of this gathering. May we continue to value and appreciate the true essence and meaning of life with the help of your grace. And as we go along our discussion today, we humbly pray that you would deepen our understanding. Lord, enlighten us and give us wisdom every day. Forgive us for our shortcomings and remind us to always be mindful of the things we do in life. We offer our life and our decisions to you, O Lord. May this gathering today create a memorable experience and a fruitful outcome. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, our Redeemer and our Savior. Amen.
Good day, everyone. I am Fredly Buko from the Office of Soul, and I will be your virtual trainer for this day. So my topic is entitled Advanced Quiz Management. So here we will focus on creating the quiz features, and then we will do the restrictions on how to manage the quiz management. So from here, so in this part, your quiz feature in Soul, you should identify which assessment methods you will choose. It could be formative assessment or summative assessment in creation of the quiz feature in mySOUL. So for formative assessment, you can rename it to short quizzes or quiz one and so on. And then you will reveal the score automatically or give a feedback per item. That's for formative assessment. And then for summative, you could do a unit exam or long quizzes or major exam, and then you can display the overall feedback for that particular assessment. So that is summative. Again, please take note that in preparing your assessment methods, the formative should not included in the grade book because that is recorded but not graded as the overall grading computation. So formative is just recorded activities, not graded. For summative, on the other hand, of course, it is recorded because that is the end of a particular lesson. So in this point, okay, I will give you an overview of this particular quiz feature in mySOUL. And then in my case, I switch role to student. So in this part, so let's have a recap regarding quiz feature in mySOUL. So basically, the quiz feature in mySOUL enables a teacher to create quizzes comprising questions of various types. So it includes multiple choice, matching, short answer, and so on. So the teacher can allow the quiz to be attempted multiple times, with the questions shuffled or randomly selected from the question bank. A time limit will be set. So it's up to the teacher if he or she will set the time limit and then display that in the screen. Each attempt is automatically marked with the exception of essay questions because you will grade that one as manually graded for the essay. And then the grade is recorded in the grade book. The teacher can choose if you want hint for that particular questions, example that is performative, and then you have feedback per item or just the overall feedback, and then you will display the correct answers to the learners or students. So again, quizzes may be in use with formative or summative assessment method. So for this case, I have an example. Okay, you can also see the different question type in our mySOUL. So we have a multiple choice. So in the multiple choice, you can allow the selection of a single or multiple responses for predefined list. So it's up to you on how you make the multiple choice question. You can have that as one response only or multiple responses with equivalent grading. And then you have true or false, and then short answer. We have essay. Essay is usually manual grading. So you need to read the responses of your learners and then grade that one according to the highest possible score you set. And then we have the matching. So it's just like column A and column B. So basically, you will, in column A, you will display a text or a group of statement or image, and then pair that one to the correct responses, usually statements. And basically matching, you can do it in the column B. Column B is just like a drop-down menu where you will check the possible correct answer options. And then we have the all or nothing multiple choice. So meaning if you have a statement particular question and then you have provided four options, and then you will specify your questions. So these are the following example question except for. So you will have a multiple answer with that. If the responses of your learners commit your marking should at least three possible correct answer. So you set that marking as correct. If the student misses one, so automatically he or she cannot get the score of all or nothing multiple choice. So 0. Next, we have drag and drop into text. And then I will show you later on what does it mean. And then drag and drop markers. And then drag and drop matching. And then we have embedded answers close. So meaning combination of multiple choice, short answers, and then equivalent numerical questions. And then we also have random short answer matching. So in this case, basically this is based from your question bank that that organize all the short answer question type, they will randomly select with that particular question bank. And then you will allow to pick up at least how many particular items. Or example, you out of 10 short answer, you will pick up only 2. So you will set that into 2. And then we have the select missing words. So basically, it will give a blank to the question. So example, the blank, and then select missing words. So there will be a drop-down menu, and then it will display the options, available options. And then the other description is not a type of question in mySOUL, but this is particularly giving of instructions. Or example, you have a particular selection to read. So this is basically used as description. So take note, in mySOUL question type category, there are what we call the objective, okay, objective question type. So this includes, or in short, in objective question type, it will reveal the correct answer, or it will check the correct answer. So basically, if your quiz feature is more on this particular type, then automatically it will generate a score. So example, we have multiple choice, all or nothing multiple choice, true or false, select missing words, short answer, drag and drop into text, drag and drop markers, drag and drop matching, random short answer matching, matching and embedded answers. And then for our subjective question type, we have essay. This is manually grading. So that's the mySOUL question type category. So now I will give you an overview of this particular quiz feature, and then they use summative, okay, summative assessment. So example, this is the quiz, the quiz uh, the quiz feature, and then this is the name. I name it as unit exam. So this pertains to the summative exam. So I will click that particular exam, and then take note in giving your quiz, see to it that you should have a brief description, and then you should take note if there is a passing grade in that particular exam, and then how many attempts allowed. And then in this case, it will open by June 17, and then it will close by June 18. And then we have time limit, 30 minutes. And then I will just click the attempt quiz now. So this is the view of your learners. So example here, I will click quiz now and then start attempt. And as you can see, we have the timer, okay? So in this question number 1, so this is a type of multiple choice. So you need to respond it. So select. So in this part, I set up this one as one single answer. So example here. And then you have multiple choice question type. So in this part, so you have the question, and then you have order, or you have specified the possible options, and then all you need to do is just pick the possible correct answer. So in this case, I will choose this one, and then go to next page. So basically, if you are asking why I do it in 2 pages per page, because some literature shows that some in making the quiz or feature, in order to reduce the cheating, so you will limit that as one question per page or 2 question per page, but it's up to the given particular item. If that's 100, of course, you can do it as 5 question per page. Again, that is to reduce the online cheating part. And then here, question number 2, this is all or nothing multiple choice. So again, in this part, you can specify the question, and then this is only optional. If you have specific remarks that you will only select 3, then they will only pick 3. So this is optional. So in this case, it will allow the checkbox, okay, in multiple choice. So in this case, I will click this one. Okay. And then question number 4. So this is the drag and drop into text. So you provided the instruction, and then now you provide the question, and located below are the choices. So for example here, you will answer, and then here, and then question number 3. So you drag and then drop, and then here. So automatically, if you drag a particular choice, it will remove from the given choices. So you have here, drag and then drop, and then drag and drop, and then here, and then, okay. So if you're done, then proceed to the next. And here, this will be the question number 5 is drag and drop question, a drag and drop markers question type. So you have your instruction, clear instruction, and then all you need to do is then drag particular hero's name, then drag and drop to that particular image. So here, so Pasio, Emilio Jacinto, and then, okay. And then here we have question number 6. This is drag and drop into image question type. And then you have your clear instruction, and then you have your image. So we can see we have a placeholder, and then below are your choices. In this part, all you need to do is then drag the particular choice and then drop. Drag and then drop. And then here, okay. And then you go to the next page. And then this type is drag and drop matching question type. So you have your instruction, and then these are your the flags are in column A, and then in the right side are your draggable items. So from here, this is draggable drag and drop matching. So this is in text. So for example, this particular flag, this is, okay, India. India. So here we have example here. And then third question, fourth. And then we have the last. So that is drag and drop matching question type. And then you scroll down, and then next page. So this is random short answer matching question type. So this is based from your question bank, all of the short answers. So you will, in this case, you have example 10 questions prepared, but you will pick only 2. So you have this particular questions. This is randomized, selected by the computer. So example here. And then question number 9. So this is the select missing words question type. So in this case, you have the statement, and then we have a drop-down menu of the given choices. So example here, and then example. Okay. So that's it, and then you will finish the attempt. And then in this case, you will submit, okay? You will submit now the unit exam. So you click submit all and finish. So in this case, it will reveal the score, and then it will reveal the overall feedback. Overall feedback is good if you have your summative assessment. For formative, then you can enable now the review for formative. So that is not graded, but that is recorded activity. So an overall feedback can display an image or text with image or just plain text. So that's an example to set up a unit exam as a summative assessment. So now let's proceed to the hands-on, okay? Hands-on setup of our quiz feature in mySOUL. So I will just return to the normal role as a teacher. And then we will do the quiz feature. So let's serve this quiz feature as let's serve this as formative, okay? Formative assessment, okay? So to do that, okay, all you need to do, you have 2 options to do it, okay? So if you are preparing all the possible pool of questions, then you will make a question bank. Question bank, and then all you need to do is, if you are making the quiz, you will just pull out the question from the question bank. So to do that one, so let's begin with the first creation, the very basic creation of the quiz. So again, you will pick a particular section in your virtual classroom, and then you will click the create learning activity, and then you will click the activities tab. Okay. So in this part, we will click the activities tab, and then we will have to click the quiz feature. Okay, quiz feature. And then this is example formative assessment. So we have quiz 1. Okay, this is formative. And you should take note that this in your description, you should indicate that this is just only practice. Okay, example lang. Okay, para makuhaan, practice quiz. Okay, practice quiz 1. So example, your description, and then you will set up now the visibility. So the visibility is you will hide from students because you are still making the quiz feature, and then you will set the timing. Okay, so it's up to you if you will enable the open and close or just enable the time limit. Okay, so for this case, I will just, even if this is formative, I will just set the practice. Okay, so for example here, the open quiz, we have June 7, June 17, and then that particular uh, time. This is military time, date, and then time. And then close, we have here, this is military time. And then here, you set up the open and then the close. This is the range of the particular quiz feature. And then if you set the time limit, they will see in their screen the time limit. Then you will set that one. So for example, I give them 15 minutes. And then when time expires, so it's okay, it's open, attempts are submitted automatically. And then you scroll down and then you will have the grading part. So click grade, and then you categorize based from your gradebook. So example, this is quizzes. So example, I set this one as found in the component 1. So you have grade to pass. So you will decide later on the grade to pass. So for example, you have 10 items, and then you have the grade to pass is 7. So 7 until to the perfect score, it will have an indicator that that is passing by the color or color of that particular grade. So that is green. So if you click on the question mark, so it will enable, so the pass grades are highlighted in green while fail grades are in red. So for this case, no need to set up this uh, particular field first. Next, we proceed with the attempts allowed. So it's up to you. So for this one, unlimited attempt, okay? Then I will just get the highest grade. This is formative assessment. So layout, so suggested, if you have uh, 20 items, so you can have that one as 2 question per page or 1 question per page. Again, this is to reduce the cheating or online cheating. And then next, proceed to the question behavior. In the question behavior, shuffle within questions. So that means that it will shuffle the choices for multiple choice. Okay, it will shuffle automatically the choices from the multiple choice and then matching questions. So no need to change. You scroll down and then review options. So in the review options, so immediately after the attempt, I want the learners to see their score. So click marks. And then if you provide the overall feedback, then click the overall feedback. And then later, while the quiz is still open, so marks, so the score. And then we have the overall feedback. And then after the quiz is closed, and check the attempt, and then you provide only, or the marks and the overall feedback will still be in that case. And then the appearance, again, this is optional, so no need to change. And then we have, okay, so we are done. So again, the important thing to do, if you set the quiz, you give it a name, and then the description of that quiz, the visibility hide from students if you are not yet done with your quiz to avoid issues. And then timing, you have open and close. And then if you want a timer in the screen, so you set enable the time limit. And then when time expires, so automatically open attempts are submitted automatically. The grade, you set up that one to particular grade book component. So example, I set that one as component 1. And then attempts allowed. So this is formative. So again, it's up to the teacher of how many attempts you allowed to that particular quiz. In my case, I choose unlimited because this is formative. And then layout, every 2 questions per page. Again, this is to reduce the online cheating. And then the question behavior is a shuffle within questions. And then here, no need to change. Then click the review options. In the review options, immediately after the attempt, you will only display the score of the learners as well as your overall feedback. And then later, while the quiz is still open, so marks and the overall feedback. Then after the quiz is closed, marks and then overall feedback. Since you enable the overall feedback, then you will click the overall feedback, okay? So this is based from the grade boundary. So example, if they get 100%, then what feedback? So example, excellent. And then your grade boundaries, example, 90%. Again, include encode 90 and then percent sign. And then example, this is very good. Again, in the feedback, you can incorporate images or plain text. And then if you're done, and then click add 3 more feedback fields. Scroll down and then click again to the overall feedback, and then it will enable now the 3 fields. So example, this is 90, so example 80. Then percent, grade boundary, and then this is good. So example here, grade boundary 75%, and then here 60. Okay. So if you're done with your statement, this is the overall feedback. So you will save and display. Okay. Click the save and display, and it leads now to the inside appearance of our quiz feature. So we will now add questions. So click the edit quiz, or you can simply click the gear setting and then you edit quiz. So click edit, it's your option on how to do it. You can click gear settings and then edit quiz, or just simply click edit quiz. So it will go the same interface, the editing quiz interface. So now in this part, so you will add the question. So for instance, this is in not shuffle question items. So particularly, you will it's up to the teacher if they want to shuffle the questions So you can click this one to shuffle the questions. So example, you have multiple choice and then short answer, that it will randomly shuffle. So they have different sets, kumbaga, sa mga learners. And then example, you will add, okay, add the quiz. So in this case, I will just click the add. And then if you type a new question, so you will type a new question. So example, I will click here, type a new question, and then you scroll down, and then I will pick the question type of drag and drop into text. Okay, so this is my question type, drag and drop into text. So you scroll down and then you click the add. Okay, drag and drop into text. So in this part, okay, so you are now in the drag and drop into text. So the question name is required. Again, this particular question name is required. So this is example, you have your keyword for that particular question. So example, drag and drop into text, let's say 1. So that's my keyword or name for that question. Again, your students cannot see this name. So it's your, you can only, the teacher can only see this particular question name. And then in the question text, okay, so this is drag and drop into text. So this will be the format. So you will provide now the instruction and then the question. So example here, this is drag and drop into text, question type. So example, okay. So this is example, and then you have your questions, okay? So it is important if you make a quiz, any type of assessment, when you make a quiz feature, you should have a Word file, and then you will just simply copy paste your question. Example here, I have this particular instruction, and then you will just edit it to the particular font size. Okay. And then here, in this particular is drag and drop into text. So the naming convention for this one, so you need to type the question, okay? You need to type the question. And then here, next question is you need to type, okay? So for example, I have placed here 3 questions, okay? You need to type it, or you can just simply copy paste from your Word file. So the naming convention for this one, for the drag and drop into text, so you need to have a bracket, and then 1, bracket, okay? And then proceed with bracket, 2, and then bracket, and then proceed with the last one, bracket, 3, bracket. So okay, so you can do it by bracket, and then the number of the choices. So this pertains to the correct answer, okay? These are the following options. This is in question type. So if you have 10 items or 10 questions for this particular example drag and drop into text type. So you will encode that one manually or copy paste from your Word file. And then you set the default mark to 3 points. So that is worth 3 points. And then you have the general feedback, whether your options selected is wrong or correct. So you will provide your general feedback. Again, this is optional and this is good for formative. And then you scroll down, you can see here now the choices. So you will shuffle the choices. And then as you can see, the bracket one. So the bracket one, this will be the correct answer for question number 1. Okay. So you have here, you will provide the correct answer. And then bracket 2, so provide the correct answer for question number 2. And then bracket 3, you will provide the correct answer for question number 3. So again, this is in the same group. So this is group A. Okay. So if you enable the group B, so this is on the other part. So example, this is another shape, kumbaga sa mySOUL. So the example, this group A is in circle or rectangle. So this part probably triangle or other shape. So in this part, so this choice 1, bracket 1, bracket. So this is in line with this first question. Again, if you're in this part, if your correct answer is in bracket 2 or the option 2, then you will just change this one to 2. Okay. And then here in the bracket 2, you will just change this one to 1 if that's the correct answer. Again, this is just naming of the correct answer or providing the correct answer. So here, so this is very important, okay? So the bracket 1 is equivalent to the available options or the correct answer, okay? So this is simply drag and drop into text, okay? And then you just, you will, in this part, you will give a next line and then you will just simply put this one as choices. Okay, choices. And then bold. And then here, this will provide now the choices. If you click the save changes, okay, save changes, and then it will, if you want to see the preview of it, so you can click the lens icon, the magnifying lens, and then here you can see we have, okay, we have the question number 1, and then located below are your choices. You can just simply click one and you click a particular choice and then drag and then drop, and then next is drag and then drop, the next is drag and then drop. So that's the drag and drop into text, question text. Do you have a questions regarding drag and drop into text? Okay, so I have here, so there, okay. So what type of question do I use in my question? is identification. Okay, you will do that one. If that is your question type, you can do short answers. Short answers for that, Sir Mikael. Ma Mikaelito. And then I will read your chat first, okay, for your questions. So, Sir Mikaelito, sir, you can turn on your microphone or unmute yourself. So, what type of quiz do I choose in my question is identification, again, short answer. And then I do not want to check me, meaning so you'll be able to check it for me. So, unsay pasabot ani Sir Mikaelito?
How about enumeration, sir?
Sa
Thank you for the
enumeration,
question.
okay,
Enumeration.
sa enumeration is, we can use the essay part for the enumeration. And then we can just simply manual grade it in the enumeration part.
So there's no way the soul will be
The
able to
soul
check
will
it for me
interpret or analyze the correct answer, sir, when enumeration.
for enumeration.
In this case, sir, mySOUL platform do not have an enumeration type. So the another type for that is you can have that one as short answer, or you can make that one as an essay, and then you will just manually grade it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. And then, okay. So that's drag and drop into text. So basically, this is the result for the drag and drop into text. So you will provide the instruction, and then you will just simply encode the question, and then leave a bracket, then the choice, example, that's one bracket, and enclose that one to bracket. So that pertains to the choices. And then after the last part of your question, then you will indicate the choices, okay? Or you can include your instruction, you can include choices in the instruction. So example, the choices, in giving the correct answer, the choices is located below. So that's an example for instruction for the drag and drop into text question type. Okay. So next up is we will do the all or nothing. Okay. All or nothing multiple choice. So you click again the add, and then a new question, and then all or nothing multiple choice. And then you click here, add button. And then in the all or nothing, okay, you will specify now the question. So for example, again, to have a question, so you should have, in this part, you should prepare already in a Word file, or you have a particular file, and then you will just simply copy and paste. So in this case, I have an all or nothing question. And then here, so it will begin with the question name. So example, all or nothing. You can have acronym or code name. Think multiple choice question number 1. Again, it will not show to the learners, but it will show to the teacher mode. And then here, the question in all or nothing, okay? In this part, you will just display your question. So example, this is my question, all or nothing. So which of the following words are nouns? Again, the select to only, again, this is just optional, okay? If you want it to remove, then you can remove. Again, this is all or nothing. So in this case, you scroll down and then you give it a point, points. Example here, I will give 2 points. And then for example, this is shuffle the choices. So your choice 1, so example, this is shoe. Shoe, and then you have, this is the correct this is correct answer. And then you have the hat. So this is not the correct answer. So speak. And then you have your choice 4. So example, house. So this is correct answer. So in this part, in the all or nothing, okay, all or nothing multiple question, you will just simply provide a question name and then the question itself in multiple answers, or all or nothing question type. And then you mark this particular question to 2 points. So you shuffle the choices, and then here you provide a choice 1, and then this is correct answer, so click check mark. And then next option, choice 2, and then if that's correct, then check it, or not, so leave it. So choice 4, choice 3, and then choice 4. So you will click, this is the last option, and then this is correct, so just click is check. So if your learners will just only pick one, so example, they will answer house, they will not receive the default mark or the highest possible score, which is 2, because we are in all or nothing, okay? All or nothing, multiple choice. And then if you're done, you kindly scroll down and then you save changes. And then if you click the preview part, so you preview the question by clicking the magnifying lens icon. And then it will enable now the particular question, and then the part you will now pick the choices, so, or answer. So again, you can check or many responses again, but this is but this will be based from your selected correct answer. This is all or nothing. They will get a score or no. Okay, do you have a question regarding for the all or nothing multiple choice? You can type it in the question bank. What if my question is accounting computation? In that case, sir, so we have numeric type of question, but there's lot of uh, coding or restriction for that. So I suggest that in that case, you will provide the essay type form. So in essay type form, they will just simply attach their file. But in that case, sir, if you allow that in the quiz feature, so again, this is timed, okay? Your quiz is based from you, Sir Silvestre. Sir Silvestre, so it's up to you if that is timed, okay? Your quiz is timed. So I suggest that you will use the assignment feature. Yeah, assignment feature in mySOUL, rather than uh, you will choose the quiz feature. Again, in the assignment feature, that is a feature only, but you can rename it for a specific, like example, that is your unit exam, like computation, manually computation with solutions, then you can have that one in the assignment assignment feature in mySOUL rather than the quiz feature. So, okay, Sir Silvestre. sir. Okay. So questions for the all or nothing multiple choice? None? Okay. So let's proceed with the drag and drop into image. With the drag and drop into image. So basically here you will have an image and then it will display a specific placeholder. Okay, placeholder in that particular uh, location. Okay, so we will proceed with the drag and drop onto image. So you will click again add, and then you provide a new question, and then in this part you will click drag and drop onto image question type, and then you click the add, and then you will provide now the name of that particular question. Example, drag and drop onto image. And then in this case, you will just simply provide now the instruction. Okay. So example, this is drag and drop into image question type. So this will be the instruction. And then here, don't forget to set up the default marking. So example, I will give a 5 points. Okay. And then you scroll down. Okay. And then you scroll down, and then you will now choose the particular image. Okay. So you click choose a file. So what particular image, then you will upload it. So for instance, I saved that one to this particular file. So I need to locate the location. So example here, this is located in the pictures, and then I have sample. Okay, this one, blank map of Asia. And then this is your image, and then you will just simply click open. And then you upload this file. So automatically it will reveal now the particular image. Okay. And then to add the placeholder of that particular location, so you have here the blank map of Asia. So you need to have a draggable items. So in here, in draggable items, or these are your number of questions. So you click draggable items. So you can shuffle draggable items each time question is attempted. So in this part, you can click here, shuffle draggable items each time question is attempted. So you can you will use the draggable text. Okay. So draggable text. So you will now provide the correct answer. Okay. Example, Thailand. So example here, draggable item, Thailand. And then, so that's your draggable item for question number 1. The answer is Thailand. And then draggable item 2. So this pertains to the second question, draggable text. So if you are asking what is the meaning of the group and then unlimited. So the group is the particular groupings of all your given choices. If that's group B, so another column. And then unlimited, it's just like a distractor. If they will click the Thailand, then it will have also Thailand. So unlimited options. So again, you can enable, or if you check it, Thailand, you can respond it as how many times, or you can use it how many you can respond it to as many placeholder as you want. So this is unlimited. If you uncheck it, so one response only, and then it will remove from that given choices. So that's the purpose of unlimited. And then we have the group part. And then question number 2. So example, we have here we use simple is we have druggable text to druggable text. So we have example Philippines. So example Philippines. So you have 2 questions. So let's edit the default mark to 2. So for instance, you have 2, okay? And then you scroll down, okay? And after that, okay, so you will see here the druggable item, okay? After that, so take note that in this case, you set the given given choices. So we have druggable item 1, so that's Thailand, and then druggable item 2, that's Philippines. And then after that, you scroll down and then go to drop zones. Okay, drop zones. And then you will pick the druggable item, example, Thailand. So you click Thailand and then you can scroll up and then you will see here we have Thailand. Okay, we have Thailand placeholder. So drag and then drop to what particular place. So example, asa man in Thailand. So example, this one. So you will just simply drag and then drop. So in here, we have a placeholder here that says this is particularly Thailand. And then you scroll down and then proceed with your draggable or drop zone 2. So your second question, so that's Philippines. You click Philippines and then you can see the Philippines because that is in text, draggable text. So you can see the Philippines, draggable text, and then you can simply drag and drop, scroll down, and then here. If you click here, this is the proper location. If you are satisfied with the location, then drop. So we have 2 placeholder, Thailand and Philippines. And then if you scroll down, you can see here that automatically the drop zone is automatically give the left and then the top coordinates for that given placeholder. If you click the save changes, click the save changes, and then if you want to preview your question and drag and drop into image, then you can click here and then automatically it will give you a drop zone. Okay. So as you notice, because this is not unlimited, so once I click the choice of Thailand, so it will remove to that given choices or option, and then drag and then drop, and then here drag and then drop. So that's the purpose of drag and drop onto image. So again, you provide the particular image, then you can use the draggable item. If that's text, then you can use the draggable text. If that's image, then you will select draggable image. So questions regarding drag and drop onto image. You can place your question in the chat box. Okay. None so far. Okay. So let's proceed. So let's proceed with this one. Okay. Drag and drop into markers. Okay. Drag and drop into markers. Again, to click add, and then new question. And then you click the drag and drop into markers. For example here, drag and drop into markers. Okay, click the drag and drop into markers and then click the add. So you are now into adding the drag and drop markers. So you will provide now the name of the drag and drop markers. And then you will provide in the question field, you will just only provide the instruction. And then here in the default mark, then you can provide the equivalent points of this particular question. So example, I will give 2 points and then scroll down. And then you will choose a particular image. So in this case, I will choose a file and then click choose a file. And then for example, I already prepared an example image or background image. So click open and then upload this file. So you have, if you scroll down here, we can see the image. And then you scroll down and then we will proceed with the markers. You click markers and then you can shuffle it, okay? You can shuffle and then have example question, like example, Meltura Aquino. Or you can have this one as infinite or unlimited. So you can have this as one response only, okay? And then example, Apolinario, example, Dr. Cerizal. And then here, one, and then you have one destructor, okay? So, but in this part, we cannot have the destructor part because they need to be placed in that particular image. So the importance of this infinite is just like a destructor, okay? So again, we cannot add example, Emilio Jacinto, and then we will just click one, and then in this case, we will not specify the proper location of that particular text. So there's no destructor, but again, in this part, you can have it as infinite, or they will just click the given particular choices. In this case, I only limit the one response to Melchor Aquino. So once Melchor Aquino is taken, so it will remove to that given choices. Okay. And then you scroll down and then you have the drop zones. Okay, so drop zones, then you will click first your given first Melchor Aquino. So Melchor Aquino, you will see that one to the drop zones, okay? And then what type of first thing to do in the drop zone is you will pick its circle, polygon, or rectangle. So in this case, I will choose rectangle. And then next is you will choose the options or correct answer. So example, Miltura Aquino. So you can see here we have the drop zone for Miltura Aquino. So you will just simply enlarge this one, okay? And then automatically, once they select a particular marker within this boundary, then their answer is correct. Outside this boundary, their answer is wrong. So Melchor Aquino, and then I will proceed with the next. So I will choose rectangle and then proceed with the next question. So Jose Perizal. So you can click the marker and then here you can just simply enlarge. So this is very specific if you have borders in your background image. So the placement of any markers within this image will mark as correct answer. If outside this image, then it will give wrong answer or it will not have uh, the the default mark for 2 points. So you scroll down. Okay, so that's it. So basically this function is the same as what we did earlier, but this is more on markers. So we place particular choices and then the number, and then we have the drop zone. Establish first the shape, what shape, and then the marker or the choices or the question, and then you will pick that particular choices and then you will place that one to the respective location. So to review to get the preview mode, so we can click save changes button. Then if we want to preview, again click the magnifying lens. And then here you will see here we have markers. So this is one. We limit to one response only. So once you drag and then drop, so it will remove that one to the location. If you set that one as distractors, then I suggest that you set that as how many choices, like example 2, more than 1 choices, or infinite. So that's it. So that's drag and drop question type. Drag and drop markers question type. So that's how it works. So here, so that's drag and drop into markers. So now let's proceed with, okay. Let's proceed with the select missing words question. The last one, select missing words question. So to do that, so you click the add and then click a new question and then you click the select missing words and then you click the add. And then you will give a name, question name, and then you place that one as 1. And then you will now provide your question, okay? So for example here, you have your question. So you need to encode it manually. Okay. So in this part, so the naming convention for this or the code, so it will follow in the adding a select missing words question. It will follow with bracket 1 and bracket and close with bracket. So it's just like the same as drag and drop into into text, sorry. So bracket 1 and bracket close in brackets. So how many points? So for example, this is worth 5 points. So this is 5 items. So you scroll down and then you can shuffle the choices. So for instance, your bracket 1, okay, this is the correct answer. And then you have your bracket 2, you have this one. bracket 3. You have this, and then bracket 4. You have this, and then here. So in this case, this is very important. Okay. So if you want to add another choices, you can click blank for 3 more choices. You can scroll down and then proceed with here, number 9, you have, and then proceed. Okay. So in this part, I provided the different options, or these are the options, okay, present in that particular missing words. So example here, okay. Okay. So for this case, so we have first is bracket 1. So bracket 1. So the first question is this one. So you need to encode this or copy paste from your Word file. And then we have here the placeholder with bracket 1. The correct answer is this particular choice. So we have group 1. Okay, we group that one as group A. So in that group A, you give this one a particular drop-down menu. We have 3 choices. So we need to group that one as A, and then group that one as A, and then group that one as A. So that when they will choose the first question, they will only see the given, okay, the given choices. And then, for example, if you have question number 2, okay, you have question number 2, and then the correct answer is number 3, okay? So in that case, okay, in that case, if that's the correct answer, so you have choice number 3, and then you will have to add another possible choices. So I will just stay the same Japon siya, same choices. Emilio Aguinaldo, Polavieja, and then Rodriguez. And then in the question number 1, the same. So now I will proceed with the choice with the question number 3. So you need to encode or just copy paste, and then you can have bracket 4 or the placeholder, and then space, and then followed by the statement. So again, in this part, you can place the bracket or choices in a particular location. So bracket 4 is the answer is Pepe. So in this case, I will not still use the same group, so I will just change it to B, so that in group B, they will only see these particular choices, PP and Usman. Okay, and then the rest, question number 4, the correct answer is number 7, or bracket 7. This is the correct answer. So I will change this one to C. So I will change this one to C, and then C. And then next is we have the first poem was written. So the correct answer is 10. So we have 10. So we will change this one to D, and then D, and then D. So in short, you you manage the selections or the choices by particular items. So example 1 and 2 will focus on the choices A. Okay. For the question number 3, the answer is 4. So 4. So you will, the choices are Pepe, PP, and then Usman. So you group that one as B. And then for the fourth question, the correct answer is 7. So that's 11. So you group that one as C. So these are your possible choices, 11, 10, and 12. And then last part, you have group that one as D. Okay, so the correct answer is 10. So that's how you set up the select missing words. So it will just give you the question and then provide you the drop down menu corresponding with the possible options you set based from your choices and the group. So if I want that to preview, then kindly click Save Changes. Okay. Save changes and you click the preview part, then you will only see your question or you have your instruction, and then they will just click here the drop down menu, and then they will only see the 3 options because this is in group A. And then here we have group B, group C, and then group D. Okay, so that's it. So you have to see the total markings, that's 14. So this is very important that you need to change the maximum grade to 14. So change that one to 14 and then click the save part. Okay. Okay, in that part, you click the save. So automatically it will, if you click the save, so this is now the maximum grade. Okay. So we click the home page of our virtual classroom. We scroll down. And then here, this is hidden. So again, before you deploy your quiz feature, make it sure you double check, you set all the required answers, okay? Because if someone will attempt that quiz and then automatically you realize that your question is incorrect or misplaced possible options, then that particular quiz will have issue with their markings or points. So again, please double check before you deploy your quiz or show to your learners the quiz. And then for instance, okay, if you want to edit the settings, okay, if for instance, if your practice quiz 1 is intended for a group of student, okay, for the group of student, or you restrict this permission, okay. So for example, if that particular student didn't answer the quiz 1, okay, so you will restrict this particular quiz. So to do that, the restriction, so you will click here for some example special exams. So you will click the restrict access, okay, and then you will click the add restriction, okay, and then you will select particular student. So you will click the user profile, and then you can now select what particular use will you want did you you will use, so if for example the user profile, I will use their email address. Okay, so this is a uh, unique field. So click the email address, and then this is equal to the email address of that particular student. So example, uh, you have here in your student mode. So example, you have learners who didn't take the quiz. So you click your enrolled user. So example, mySOUL kid didn't take the quiz. So this is a special exam. So you will just simply copy the link, copy the address, email address, right click and then copy, or you can just paste that in a Word file if there are lots of learners or make up examinees. So you can click edit quiz and then place that one here. So you place the email ad for the first student. Okay. If there's another student, then click another add restriction and then use user profile to restrict this quiz. So you will choose email address again, and then you will select what particular student. So for example, this particular student, copy the email address and then paste it. Make it sure that this condition is and. So you must change the student must match any. Okay, you must change it to any of the following: mySOUL or that part, student 1 or student 2. And then you can simply click the save and return to course. So that's basically how you manage the quiz for restriction. So in this case, I will just click the show. So I will deploy now the quiz. Okay. So if you deploy the quiz, so only the student 1 and student 2 can attempt the quiz. So do you have questions regarding this part? Questions? Questions regarding the quiz? Do you have questions or clarifications? You can unmute yourself, or you can chat in the chat box for your questions. Okay. Okay. So in this part, again, these are some possible questions. Okay. So for instance, I will attempt this one, my newly created quiz. I will attempt this one to my student perspective. So I will just open the student one. Okay. Okay. Can you see now the mySOUL kid or student one? Okay. So in this part, okay, this is the perspective of the learners. Can you see now the mySOUL kid? you can have a virtual thumbs up or leave a comment in the chat box. Okay. So for instance, this is your student side. Okay. So here, this is the course. So you have here. So you will attempt the newly created quiz. So in this part, mySOUL Kid is a student one. So he can access the quiz. Okay. So click the quiz and then attempt quiz now. Then you will start and then here again any location and then here this is the drag and drop markers, and then here we have the missing words. So for example here and then okay, then proceed with the next question. And then we have the all or nothing. So for example, I will check the shoe. And then here we have two choices. Okay, this is all or nothing. Again, the all or nothing, it's up to you. If you want to have a note or remarks, then you can have it in all or nothing multiple question type. And then drag and drop. So I have here Thailand and then the Philippines. Then I will proceed to the next question. And then here. And then finish. I will click the finish attempt. And then here I can see now the scores as well as the overall feedback. So that's the student side, okay? So I will go now to the teacher side. So I will go now to the teacher side. Okay, so in this part, I will just refresh it. And then I can see the remarks of my student, okay? So I will click the attempt. And then I can see the score, okay? For instance, if example, takes sila sa quiz or any quiz feature na inyong gigamit, and then yung sila nga huddan sila data or naputlan ilang connection or nag-run out. Okay? So if kana siya, automatically if imong giset ang imong quiz within the range of time, then automatically it will generate the scores katunang na-answeran nila. So again, in order to have a special exam or chance with those issues na ilang na-encounter, so you can have that one in the results na kanang sa ilahang results na sa ilang quiz, and then you will just click the quiz. Okay, click the quiz or click the learner's name, and then once click the learner's name, and then mo ni siya ang nag-run out, and then more niyang score nang nakuha. So kindly click the delete selected items, and then you can click yes, and automatically they will have another chance to answer that particular quiz. Again, if that's based from your given range of time. So questions? Okay na. Okay. So is there a way to prevent students from accessing browsers while taking a quiz? Yes, there is. And we will have an upscaling session for that. So that is Safe Exam Browser. So please register that. Please register that upscaling session. That's the question of Ma'am Kinatakan. Okay. So upscaling ta na ma'am, pwede sila maka-open para matrap ra sila sa usa ka browser. Okay? Is there a way? Okay, napa. Okay, thus the soul will be the one to check or grade a retake exam. So in that case, Sir Silvestre, so that is based from your quiz. If it is objective, so basically it will reveal the scores. And then for subjective, this is you will manually grade the responses of your teacher. Okay, depende na siya sa retake Sir Silvestre. Okay. Okay. So questions or clarifications? Okay. So for another upscaling regarding the quiz management, we have the what we call the question bank, or in this part in the question bank, it will store you the different type of questions. So it's like a storage of your pool of questions, and then you will just simply add your question from the question bank, and then you can do it in randomized. So for instance, in this case, I will give you a very short overview of this feature because there will be an upscaling session for this one. So here, so for instance, if you have your practice quiz, so you click the pencil icon, and then here you save and display. You click the edit quiz, and then here again, basically in this part, this quiz is not yet attempted by your learners. So make it sure before you deploy your quiz feature, make it sure you hide from students, okay, to prevent issues, okay. So in this part, I will add question from my question bank. So again, there is an upscaling session for this one. So this I will give you a short of preview. So earlier this afternoon, we have used a new question. So you will just only type what particular question type, and then what particular question, and then set the points. And then here from question bank, so you will pick from your pool of questions. So for example, I will have a question bank. I will click from my question bank, and then you will select category. So you will select your question bank. So I have a question bank that is full of true or false. Okay. So if I click true or false, so you will select now the possible question. So out of 5, I will only pick 2. So kindly click the checkbox, and then here I have 2 questions, and then I will add this one to the quiz. So you click add selected questions to the quiz. So automatically it will give you a score that is worth 1 point. So automatically it will change the total marks to 16. So that in that case, we add a question from our question bank. And in this part, since we already made a pool of questions from specific example, you have a question bank for multiple choice. You have question bank for short answer. You have question bank for true or false. So all you need to do is to get the randomized selector, okay? So you click add, and to add a twist, para example, in your multiple choice, you have 5 questions. The computer will be the one to pick the questions. This is based from your setting of the question in the random. So example, I will click the random question, and then this will be the category is your question question bank name. So for instance, in my short answer, I have 7 questions. So in this part, number of random questions. So example here, out of 7, I will it will shuffle, it will pick, the system will pick the particular questions randomly. So example, in this case, I will give three questions, okay? 3 questions in this particular question bank name. This is short answer. So out of 7, the computer will just only pick 3 and then add question. And so in that case, it will give a random short answer. So make it sure that if you have your setting up your question bank, they should have the same question type and the same points. If that's worth 2 points, 3 points, and so on. So in this part, so I will give that one as 2 points. So you can encode the markings to 2 points. And then 2 points and then enter. And then click the pencil, then 2 points and then enter key, 2 points and then enter key, and then points. So again, in the random part, they will the computer will be the one, or the system will be the one to select the questions, but you set it to 3 questions only. So that's the purpose for random question. So you, again, in that part, so in advanced quiz management, so from our traditional way of making a quiz, okay, so our traditional way is we just simply make the quiz to our specific section, and then you will just simply click create learning activity and then add the quiz, and then you will set the points. But if you will do that in advance, so in this part, first is you will have to do the question bank. So that means the storage of the questions for that particular exam or unit exam or particular lesson. And then all you need to do is just simply, you will add question from your question bank, and then you can randomize your question from the question bank. So again, question bank, we have a separate upscaling session for that one. So that's how you structure your quiz. It could be formative or summative assessment. So clarifications, or do you have questions regarding the quiz management? You have questions? Okay pa bang tanan? Okay, or paspas sa akong pag-istorya. So, ayaw mo kabala kay recorded ni siya. So, do you have questions? Okay. So, questions? Since you don't have any questions, so I will end this webinar with the advanced quiz management. So again, just to have a takeaway. So again, in organizing your advanced quiz management, there are two ways. You could do the basic way, so which means you will add learning activity that is in quiz, and then you will just right away add questions, or you type a new question and then set it to the markings, equivalent marks. And then you can just simply use the different types, okay? Different types of question. In the different types of questions, okay, you have drag and drop feature, and then you have your multiple choice. But in that case, you it's basically from the question construction of the question into HATs. Okay, so basically in your question, so you need to observe the HATs, okay, in making your question. So basically that's not included only on remembering part, but you need to construct your questions properly with those different mySOUL question types. And then, and for the other part, so again, we have to make an advanced quiz management. So we have, first is we have question bank. This is the pool of questions from a specific unit or lesson, or for the entire semester lesson. So these are the questions. Again, we have a separate upscaling session for that. And then you will just simply get the question from the question bank, and then you can randomize the question from the question bank. Again, we have a separate upscaling session for the quiz management for that. So in this case, I only give you a sort of overview for the quiz management. So that's when you when the when the question bank upscaling, so you can have a sort of glance regarding this recording to have advanced question type, and then recalling from the previous from the previous webinars. So basically, this is just an overview for the quiz construction, as well as those functions that you will restrict for special cases. So do you have any more questions? Okay. Okay. So I will just share my screen first. So again, our recordings will be placed in the Silliman Online University Learning YouTube channel, and then you will receive the notification of the recording. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we have here the sets of trainings. Okay. And then in that case, we will, you can also, in our YouTube channel, we have playlists. So that's good for teachers, students, or other learning materials to help you with ODL. And then we also have our, okay, So please take note with our remaining upscaling activities. Okay, so we have here, we have our upscaling activities for the month of June and July. So please register that one. And you can also see we have the recordings. Okay. And then you can also go to our website, the soul-su.weebly.com, and then you can click the activities and then the upscaling, and then we have also the recordings, and then you can click this one for it will redirect to this one. Okay, so these are the remaining upscaling activities. So here, so in this part, you will don't forget to post your webinar survey for this upscaling session regarding the advanced quiz management. So basically, I give you an overview for this one because there is a connected upscaling for this quiz management in Soul. So I will paste the link to the chat box, okay, for the post-webinar survey. Okay. So here is the post-webinar survey. And then thank you very much for attending this session with the advanced quiz management. Thank you very much. And see you on the next upscaling session.